So no surya-namaskars in this class. We'll be warming up using different variations like the cat, the tiger, and then sort of throwing a twist in here and there. So it's going to be hip flexion, hip extension, and a twist. And we'll do that in a few different ways. Absolutely not a single sun salutation today. The standing postures is just going to be consisting of the lunges, but every lunge that we do, right? Or let's say postures that imitate a lunge, everything that we do is going to be done with two intensities. So you can make this class as strong or as easy as you prefer. Keep your blocks close to you. When we hit the ground, we will be going into a shoulder bridge, and you might need blocks for that. Might. You don't have to use them, but you might need them for that. Let's start. Get onto your hands and knees. And we'll first start with the cat pose, Vajrasana. Absolutely square position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's begin. Inhale, dipped back, look up. Exhale, hunched back, look down. Keep going. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Down. Remember to tuck the tail in. Inhale, up. Exhale, head down, hunch. One last one. Inhale, up. And exhale, down. Okay, relax. Now, we're doing a child pose with a twist. Keep your hips exactly here. You're not sending your hips back. You're not taking them forward. Now, I would advise taking your hands a little wider and a little further back. Just a little wider and a little further back. From here itself, breathe in, keeping your hips where they are, sending your left hand into that space, turning your chest to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, turn to the left. Inhale up. Exhale right. Inhale up. Left. Breathe in, come on up. Breathe out, turn to the right. Last one, inhale up. Exhale, turn to the left. And that's it, return to center. Okay, next one. Very similar, but now we're doing the tiger instead. Hands and knees on the ground. And again, it's a very square position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Now, don't try to go too high. Right leg back. Right leg up to about hip level weight. And now from here, let's begin. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg back and up. Exhale, hunch, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg back and up. Exhale, rounded back, knee to nose. And that's it down. Same thing on the left, Vyagrasana, tiger. Left leg back, left leg up around hip level without tilting at the hip. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, hunch. Inhale, leg back and up, dipped back. Exhale, forward and hunch. Third and last one, left leg back, left leg up, breathing in. Left knee forward, breathing out. Touch knee to nose and release. Okay, same thing as the last cycle, but a slightly further variation. So we're doing child pose with a twist, big toes touch. Hips on heels and knees apart will help, about shoulder width apart with the knees. Hands on the ground, not too far forward. Breathe in and breathe out. Turn to the right. Inhale up, turn to the left. Inhale up, exhale right. Inhale up, exhale left. Breathing in, come on up, one more set. Breathing out, twist to the right. Inhale, return. Last one, twist to the left. Remember, turn your chest, not just your head. And come on back. Okay, third set over here. Now, this one might get a little confusing because you've got to move a little faster. Simple cross legs, right leg in front. So, Sukh Asana, right leg in front, seated absolutely straight. Hands on the ground, just a preparation over here. Breathe in. Now, you don't have to go too far forward. Inhale, exhale, slide forward only as much as you like. Inhale, come back in a hurry. Place your hands behind you, still inhaling, chest up, hips up. Exhale, hips down, hands to the front, still continuing that exhale, slide forward. So you got to time this one correctly. Inhale, up, hands behind, chest open, hips up, all in one. Breathe in. Hips down, hands down on the ground, in front of you, sliding forward. Inhale up, hands behind, and lift. All in one inhale. That's it. Hips down and relax. Now, you have the right leg in front. Let's just take advantage and do the next one here itself. Right leg still in front. But once again, you're moving a little faster than usual. Breathing in, left arm up. Breathing out, left hand on right knee, right hand behind you. Turn. Inhale, return to the center and left arm up. Exhale, hand on knee and right hand behind. Breathing in, back to the center and left arm up. Last one, breathing out, left hand on right knee, right hand behind you, turn. And that's it. Inhale, come back to neutral. You don't need to take the left arm up because we're not moving again on this side. Change legs. Left leg in front. Hands on the ground in front of you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slide or step forward. Inhale, come on up. Hands behind. Chest up, hips up. Release, hips down, hands in front, and moving forward. Inhale, body up, hands behind, hips up. Hips down, hands in front. Last one. Exhale, go forward. Inhale, come on up, hands behind you. Lift. And we're done with this. Hips down, relax. Keep that left leg where it is. Twisting. In Sukh Asana, in the comfortable pose. Inhale, right up. Exhale, turn to the left. Inhale, return to center and right up. Exhale, turn to the left. Inhale, return to center and right up. Exhale, turn to the left. Breathing in, come back. And that's it, we're done here. Now, the last of these warm up pieces. It's a plank, followed by a cobra, followed by a down dog, and again a plank. Okay. Now, when you're going down from the plank, when you're going to the ground, if you can do a chaturanga, which is like a push up, and then of course you descend to the floor. But if you don't like that, go 8 pointed just like you normally would in surya-namaskar 1. I'll leave that one up to you. Let's go. Hands forward, get into the plank first. That's your starting and your ending position. Breathe in, and let's go down to the ground. Very nice and slow. Flat on the floor, feet point back. Inhale, chest up in cobra. You don't have to go too high. Exhale, tuck your toes under, push your hips back. That's a down dog. Inhale, shoulders forward. You're in the plank. Exhale, descend, lie down on the ground, point your feet. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog, hips up. Shoulders forward, down to the ground, chest up in cobra, hips back in down dog. Two more, shoulders forward, down to the ground, chest up in cobra. Exhale, down dog. Last one, shoulders forward plank, down to the ground, cobra, chest up, hips back, downward dog. And that's it, we're done. Step forward with your feet. Inhale, up. Okay, now the last part of the warm up over here. It's a down dog with a twist. I'll ask you to move slowly and I'll ask you to go only as much as you can. All right, let me just demonstrate first and then we can join in. So you'll fold over, step back into a down dog that's not too long. Keep the feet slightly more apart than usual. And from here, left hand to right heel, turn back to center, right hand to left heel, back to center. And we'll do 3 of those on each side. So that's a total of 6. Okay, let's go. Fold over, down dog. Feet slightly apart. Breathe in. Twisting in the down dog, left hand to right heel or ankle or shin. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, right hand to left heel, turning inward. Breathing in, return to a proper dog. Exhale, left hand travels. Inhale, dog. Exhale, right hand travels, twisting in the down dog. Inhale, return to a normal dog. Let's just do one more on each side. Left hand to right heel. Return to center. Right hand to left heel. Return to center. Okay, that's it. Knees bent. Step forward. Come on up. And that was our warm up today. We did not a single surya-namaskar. Let's start with the standing postures. Heels a little close together, toes turning out. Now, when the minute you do this, arms up so that you don't lose balance. Breathe in. Now, breathe out, not in a hurry, but not too slow either. Lift up your heels, point your knees out to the side, and go down into a complete seat. So we're not straining the knees or the thighs. Sit completely, hips on heels. Wait here for a moment. Yeah, wait, relax, sit completely. Let your hips rest either on your calves or on your heels or something, and focus on pushing your thighs apart. So normally we lift off. We're not doing that today. Just sit completely. Relax. Keep opening your thighs apart. That's it. All right, now we're coming up, but if possible, we're coming up slow to the count of five, if possible. Now, if your knee hurts and you need to hurry up, by all means do so. Coming up nice and slow. Five, four, three, two, and one. Release. Come to the front of the mat. Breathe in, breathe out, fold over, left leg all the way back. Back foot flat. Inhale, chest up into warrior two for just a moment. Chest facing the side, look forward. Turn your palms sideways and flexing from the hip, middle two fingers just about touching the big toe. So it's a side angle posture, but unsupported. Chest facing the side. Look to the side, or even better, look up at the left thumb if you like. Breathe in, breathe out. Come on up. Virabhadrasana 2. Turn your palms sideways and go. Middle two fingers touching the big toe. You're not resting on your palm. Your fingers are just about touching the big toe, just about. Beautiful. Both hands down. Step back into a dog. And now we'll do almost the same thing. Why am I saying almost? Because we'll intensify it a little bit with a tiny little movement. Right leg all the way forward. Back foot flat. Inhale, come on up, warrior two. Palms turning sideways, breathe in. Exhale, middle two fingers touch the big toe. Wait. Now over here, once you're in position, keep the right knee exactly as it is. Left foot shuffles further back, dropping your hips a little closer to the ground. So we're not going down to the hand to ground or something. You still got fingertips touching the big toe. So there's a little space over there in between your torso and your thigh. You're trying to get your hips closer to the floor. So really, really working the hips over here. Breathe in. And that's it. Both hands down to the mat. Downward dog. Left foot all the way forward. Back foot flat. Inhale up, warrior two. Palm turning sideways, breathe in. Breathe out, tilt. Now get into position correctly, and then if you like, open a little bit more, sending the back foot further back, dropping the hips a little closer to the floor, just a bit. Make sure you feel the change. Now, how much change, you decide. Enough. Hands down. Down dog. Shake about a bit. Bend your knees. Step to the front. Inhale up. Okay, next set. Now the squat changes a little bit. You're hoping, it may not happen, you're hoping to go into a complete squat. Feet pointing forward. Feet apart, easier. Feet together, of course, a lot harder. We're trying to go all the way down. Now, I will give you a cheat over here if you need it. So you'll go arms up and a complete seat. All right. Now, traditionally, you'd be asked to take your arms up, but we're not doing that. I just want you to really flex the hip and sit completely, and arms here will help with balance. Now, how do you make this easier? Very simple. Take a block, keep your feet slightly apart, and get your heels on the block, just the heels. There we go. And that makes it so much easier. All right. That's what you're trying to do. As simple as that. Use the block if you need it. Heels on the block. If you can do it without, well, do it without. Go. Feet together harder, feet apart easier. Heels on block easiest. Arms up to shoulder height. Breathe in, breathe out. Bend your knees, send your bum back, and try and go in for a complete squat. And we'll try and come up to the point to the count of five. Remember to push your hips back. There we go. Five, four, three, two, and one. Release. Step off the block. Keep the blocks aside. You won't need them for a few minutes. Come to the front of the mat. Simple high lunge with two intensities. Breathe in. Fold over, left leg all the way back. And that's it. That's your first one. Just wait here. Back leg absolutely straight. Neutral neck. Knee more or less above the heel, more or less. That's enough. Down dog. Left foot all the way forward. Right leg straight. Simple high lunge. Back leg really straight. Don't let the knee bend half-heartedly. Back leg absolutely straight. Move back into down dog. Now doing the same thing with a little more opening. Right foot all the way forward. Back leg straight. Now you just did this, so let's make it stronger. Very nice and slow. Shuffle the back foot further back. But whatever you do, keep that left leg absolutely straight. Don't let it bend. Keep it straight. So you notice you drop the hip a little more than the previous attempt. Beautiful. Lift the hip up a little bit, change legs, step back into down dog. Left foot all the way forward, right leg straight. And once you're in position, let's open it a little deeper. Right foot moving further back, shuffling further back. Allowing the hip to drop slightly as compared to before. Beautiful. Hips up. Move into down dog. Shake about a little bit. Step forward, one foot, other foot. Inhale. Come on up. That's the second set done. All right. Now for the third set, it's a squat, but it's not really counted as a standing posture. All right. It's a twisting squat, and it's a very deep one. Now we're not doing the entire thing because the entire thing is really strong on the shoulder joints. We're doing a very easy variation of what is known as Parshasana or the noose. All right. And this is how we do it. Once again, To make it easier for balance, you'll get your heels on a block. But this time, I'll ask you to keep your feet together. Okay, so from here, you'll sit completely. And then you'll try and twist around both your legs. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, turn as deep as you can. And just place this right hand on your lower back. That's it. That's all we do. But push really hard. Turn as much as you can. Because the complete posture is to go for the bind around your thighs, both of them together. All right. So that's what makes it so difficult, quite strong on the shoulder joint. And of course, you're supposed to do it with feet flat on the ground. Quite tricky. Yeah, requires a lot of practice. This is good enough the way we're doing it. Let's do this. Come on up, heels on the block, feet together. Breathe in, fold over, and just go for a complete squat right away. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, turn to the right. Turn, turn, turn. Push your arm against your thigh and right hand on lower back. That's it. Turn as much as you can. Inhale, come back. Breathing in, right arm up. Breathing out, turn. Try and go close to your thighs. Turn, push arm into thigh, left hand on lower back. That's it. Beautiful. Inhale, back to center. Lean forward a little bit. Get rid of the block. And let's go. Hands on the ground, down dog. Now we'll do the revolving lunge and the revolving side angle. Back into dog. Right foot all the way forward. Left knee touching the ground to start with. Inhale, body up. Next inhale, left arm up. Exhale, cross over. Push your hands into each other after you cross. Now, really careful, you don't want to lose balance. Left leg straight. Inhale, release the twist, hands down, downward dog. Left foot all the way forward. Right knee touching the ground to start with. Chest up. Right arm up, breathe in. Breathe out, twist. Perfect. Now push your hands into each other. And really slow, right leg straight. Release the twist, hands down, downward dog. Now we're going to do the same thing, but this time you'll try and flatten the back foot. Now to make it easier, it might help to make a slightly shorter lunge, all right, if you need that. Right leg all the way forward, back knee touching the ground. Now, here's what I was talking about. So, you need to turn the back ankle, correct, in order to flatten the foot. And to make it easier, the simplest thing to do is this. Shorten your distance a little bit so that your hip is higher than usual. And because the hip is higher than usual, you can then turn the heel in with complete safety, or in fact, with a lot more ease. All right. And of course, as you get better at it, maybe you can do it with the normal length in the lunge, and that should be fine. Let's try this. So if you want to shorten your lunge, be my guest. Okay, body up, left arm up, exhale, cross, turning to the right, pushing your hands into each other. Careful here, left leg straight. And if you can, without popping your hips to the side, left heel turning in, flatten that back foot. Revolving side angle posture. Release, hands on the ground, downward facing dog. Left foot all the way forward. Right knee touching the ground. Shortening the lunge if you think you need to do that. Chest up. Right arm up. Crossing over. Now push your hands into each other. Right leg straight. And from here, right heel turning inward. Right heel turning in. There we go. And release. Hands down. Downward facing dog, a little rest. Shake about. Step forward. Inhale up. And good news, we've come to the last part of the standing series. Let's do the squat first. Feet together. Absolutely stuck together. Curvy back, open shoulders, all right? Breathe in, curve the back, drop your bum down, arms up. Absolutely vertical arms. If possible, join your palms and look up if your shoulders are okay with this. Now remember, we're not leaning forward. That's a different one. We're going up to the ceiling. We're not flattening the back. That's a different one. We're curving the back. Beautiful. Release. Straighten up, relax, and come to the front of the mat. So our last standing posture is a warrior one, but in two ways. Breathe in. Breathe out, fold over, left leg back. Ever so slightly turning that left heel inward, not completely sideways like warrior two, just a little bit. Looking forward as you get your body up. Palms together and reach up for the ceiling. Look up. Virabhadrasana one. Breathe in. That's it. Hands down. That's enough. Step back, down dog. Left foot all the way forward. Right heel turning in slightly. Looking forward, body up. Are you okay here? Then let's go ahead. Palms together. Reach up, look up. So we look up mainly to get the head out of the way because your palms are together. Absolutely straight arms. Now, as of now, we're not curving back. We're just reaching up. Breathe in and down. Now, step back into a down dog. Get your knees down on the ground and sit for a moment. Not because I want you to rest, but because I want to explain the next one. Now, for the next one, we are curving. So that's going to make it stronger. That's one thing. So I'll teach you how to take care of that and also teach you what not to do. All right. So you're in your down dog. Don't do it. Just watch for a second. You go right leg forward. But now we're going to curve. So most of us will need to make this slightly easier. Now, how do you make this easier? Make your lunge a little shorter. You see my hips are higher than the knee there. Back foot flat. Come on up. You see that? That's how I took care of myself. I've got my hips a little higher. Anyway, so what we're doing over here is arms up and we're trying to curve back. Now, just a bit, it doesn't have to be too intense. But the thing is, you don't want to send the right knee further forward. At the same time, you don't want to straighten that front leg a little bit and put more weight on the back leg. Your hips and your legs are exactly in the warrior one. Even if it's an easy warrior one, slightly shorter, slightly higher, all good, but don't change your weight forward or backward. That's the thing to remember. Everything below your waist stays perfectly still. No need to curve too deep. Let's do this. Down dog. Virabhadrasana 1, but we'll add a little extra curve to this. Right leg forward. Left foot a few inches forward, so cheating a little bit. Hips slightly higher than usual. There we go, turning that left heel inward. Come on up. You see that? My hips are higher than the right knee. Just doing it to make it easier. Palms together. Arms up. Careful now, do not turn your shoulders. Keep your legs where they are and curve back just a tiny bit. Exactly what you can control. Come back to the center. Hands down. Down dog. Come back to the center. Hands down. Down dog. Left foot forward. Right foot a couple of inches forward. There we go. It just makes it so much safer. Turning the right heel inward just a bit. Body up. You're in an easy warrior one for now because the hips are higher. Let's go palms together. Reach up. Your hips and your legs stay exactly as they are. Curve back. Back to the center. Hands down. Downward facing dog. And that's it. Standing posture's done. Shake about a little bit. Then hold the dog still for a few seconds. And let's go lying down on the ground, face down for a few seconds. Rest. Okay, now for a few moments, just come up onto your forearms in easy cobra. And while you're here in this position, you're resting, but you're still preparing yourself while I show you what's happening next. Now we're doing 4 postures on our back. All right, let me just show them to you so that you don't have to keep looking up at the screen every time. So don't join me, just stay here while I demonstrate in a bit of a hurry. Now, you might need your blocks for this. Some of us don't need the blocks, but keep them close by just in case you do. So in a hurry, here are the postures that will follow. You're going to lie down on your back, arms under you, First posture is the fish. That one. Pushing your chest up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, 7 breaths. Release. Okay. Second posture. Now, this posture generally has two movements, but we're doing only one of them, and it's Kati Uttanasana. From here, keep your feet together and close to your hips and just puff your chest up. So you're only bridging your lower back off the ground. You're not lifting the hips, right? Just that. Just that much. And again, you'll hold it for 5 or 7 breaths. Now, third one, it's not really a Setu Bandha Sarangasana, which is a shoulder bridge. This one is technically known as a Dvipat Pitham or a two-legged table. So feet a little away from you, feet slightly apart. Inhale up, and it's a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. You're not curving. So you'll hold that for some time. Now here comes the final one. Now we'll do a shoulder bridge, two variations. Feet a little closer. You will try to curve. You see that? You push your chest closer to your chin. Now you can keep blocks under your hips, or you can keep your hands under your hips. You'll wait here for 5 breaths, and then we'll go right knee up. Wait for a few seconds. Right leg straight. Left knee up. Wait for a few seconds. Left leg straight. And that's the next part of the cycle. So lying down on your back, knees bent. While your knees are still bent, get your arms under you, ready for the fish, Matsya Asana, straight legs. Breathing in, elbows push down to the ground. Push your chest up, top of the head on the mat. Top of the head, not the back. Straight legs, feet together. Okay, lift your head up just a little bit and release. Bend your knees, free your arms. Next posture, Kati Uttanasana, which is basically a hip tilt, but we're doing only one part of it. Feet together, feet as comfortably close to the hips as possible. Breathe in, chest up, bridging only your lower back off the ground. Remember, hips stay down. And release. Third one, the two-legged table, Dvipat Pitham. Feet a little away from the hips, feet slightly apart. Breathe in, chest open. Breathe out, hips up. And remember, it's a straight line. We're not trying to curve. So it's a glute bridge rather than a shoulder bridge. You're using your legs, your hammies, and your butt more than your back. Flat tummy. Amy, feet a little more apart. And down. Okay, remember, use your blocks if you want to, all right? So you can put 2 or even 3 blocks under your hips, please, not under the lower back. Those of you who can, use your hands. Get your feet a little closer to the hips. Remember, feet apart makes this easier. Feet together makes it a lot stronger. Inhale, open chest. Exhale, hips up, and get your blocks or your hands under you. And you're really trying to curve, you're trying to push your chest, your sternum closer to the chin. If your wrists don't like this, just use 2 or 3 blocks. And without releasing, let's go into the last part from here itself. Right knee bent, up, weight here. If and as much as you can manage, right leg straight. Right knee bent, right foot down. Left knee bent, up. Left leg straight. Left knee bent, foot down. Very gently release your hands and get your hips down, all in slow motion. Okay, wait here for a moment. And let's finish the practice with a few Pavan Muktasan postures. Straight legs, fingers interlocked. Pavan Muktasan, right knee up, hold on to the shin, the highest part of the shin. Now pull the knee a little more towards the center, breathe out, round it back, head to knee. Left leg absolutely straight. Elbows close to the body, not pointing outward. Joel, squeeze your elbows. Elbows close. That's right. That's right. Big difference. Release. Change. Fingers interlock. Left knee up. Knee a little more towards the center. Breathe in. Breathe out. Round your shoulders. Head up. Head to knee. Release. Head down. Relax for a moment. Straight legs. Both knees up. Go for a full grab. Full grab as deep as you can manage and head to knees. Release. Feet down. Straight legs. Wait. Okay, Pavan Muktasan again, but this time with a flat back. So this time you will not
pull the knee towards the center. You'll try and get the knee more or less in line with the armpit or something, all right? So not really getting it in front of you, keeping it a little offset. Fingers interlocked, right knee up, flat back, flat shoulders, and pull that knee down till it points to the armpit or the right shoulder. Now, don't take it too far out. It's just a little bit outside, just a tiny bit. Absolutely flat shoulders, relaxed neck, left leg straight. Release. Fingers interlock, left knee up. Grab the highest part of the shin. Pull the knee down, pointing to left shoulder. Not too far out. Make sure your neck is neutral. So just because you're pulling really hard with your arms, don't let that tension go into your neck and you hold your neck tight or twist it or tilt it or something. Keep your neck neutral. Beautiful release. Now the same thing with both legs. Now careful with this one. It's a little tricky. Both knees up. Go for a full grab. Once you've got the full grab, set your head and shoulders back down on the ground. Now for most of us, you'll notice that the tail is rolling off the floor here. Now, your aim over here is to use your lower belly, maintain the grab, and try and roll as much of your lower back, as much of your tail back down onto the ground. And it's going to be a very tiny movement for most of us. So you had the bum rolling off, try and get back down on the floor while maintaining that grip. Release and wait with knees bent. Now, your final posture. We're doing the happy child or the happy baby, but we're not doing this one leg at a time. We'll go with both feet up and don't try too hard. All right. Don't try too hard. Normally, I'd say go deeper, but we're doing both legs together. We're not preparing with one leg at a time. So just go really easy. Your aim is not to pull too deep or to work the hips, but your aim today is to try and flatten as much of your lower back and your hips on the ground as possible. So let's do this. Knees bent, knees apart, of course, soles of the feet facing the ceiling. From here, reach up and grab the feet. If you can't grab the feet, no problem. Grab the ankle or the shin or something, and then set your head and shoulders down on the ground again. Now, normally I'd ask you to pull the knees down, but today don't worry about the knees too much. Try and roll your lower back and your hips back down onto the floor. Now, while doing all that, your aim is to keep your shins perpendicular to the ground. So you're not sending the feet forward or outward or something. Knees are bent, feet are facing, soles of the feet are facing the ceiling. So with this one, we're not trying too hard. Beautiful release. And that's it. Feet down. Really nice and slow. Straight legs, arms comfortable, eyes shut.
Okay, move your fingers, move your toes, bend your knees, drop down to the side. Wait here for a few seconds only. And then using your top hand, push into the ground and come on up onto hands and knees. Lift your knees off like you're doing a down dog with bent knees. Step forward, keeping the feet apart, and inhale, come on up. Feet apart, eyes open. Feet together, palms touch, breathe in, and a little bow.